Some 3 hours earlier, we saw the 133 cardinal electors walk slowly to the Sistine Chapel, chanting the Litany of the Saints, asking the saints to pray for them in this moment as they choose the next leader of the 2,000-year-old church. And then one by one, they stood at the center of the chapel offering a solemn vow of secrecy with their hand on an open book of the Gospels. Then the final order delivered in that chapel before the doors were closed, the words extra omnes, Latin for everyone out. Everyone except the cardinals who will vote, told to leave the room for good. And tonight, when that black smoke appeared, tens of thousands in St. Peter's Square erupting in applause. Even though there was no new pope, they knew they had witnessed history, this first vote, this first step inside the Sistine Chapel. Tonight, the cardinals are now sequestered at their residence. No cell phones, no newspapers, no computers, no television. They'll vote again tomorrow in the morning and again in the afternoon, and they'll keep going day after day until one of them in that room becomes Pope. The closing of the doors of the Sistine Chapel. Inside, the 133 cardinals who will decide the next leader of the Catholic Church. Closed off from the rest of the world until one of the men in that room is elected the next Pope. The Swiss Guard outside the chapel. The day began with the Mass at St. Peter's Basilica, the cardinals giving up their cell phones, any contact with the outside world. The airwaves in the Vatican have been jammed to prevent communication. New York Cardinal Timothy Dolan posting this video before the day began.
Buongiorno a tutti. Cardinal Timothy Dolan here, and I'm about ready to go into the Domus Sancta Marta. So this could be the last time I talk to you in a couple of days. I don't know how long the conclave will be.
As Cardinal Dolan and the other electors prepare for the Sistine Chapel.
We leave here and go over to the Sistine Chapel every day for our prayers and for our voting, but this is where we reside. So folks, I won't be able to talk to you until you see the white smoke.
In the late afternoon here, the cardinals beginning a ritual that dates back centuries. The procession from the Pauline Chapel to the Sistine Chapel, all in their red robes, their choir dress, their most formal attire, as they enter the Sistine Chapel, chanting the Litany of the Saints, asking the saints to pray for them in this moment. The cardinals are from more than 70 countries, the most diverse conclave in modern times, and the largest number of voting cardinals in the Church's 2,000-year history. The cardinals chanting Ora pro nobis, pray for us. The cardinals then entering the Sistine Chapel, walking up to the altar and bowing, then taking their seats at tables lining the chapel. They sit in the shadow of Michelangelo's Last Judgment, each cardinal assigned a specific seat. Cardinal Pietro Parolin, the Secretary of State under Pope Francis, and one of several contenders to become the next Pope, leading the cardinals in an oath of secrecy and vowing to not let their vote be swayed by external influences. Each cardinal then approaching the altar on their own, placing their hand on the Gospels, stating their name and saying, "I do so promise, pledge, and swear to uphold their sacred duty. So help me God." The weight of the moment on their faces. Among them, 10 cardinals from the United States. Cardinal Robert Prevost, born in Chicago. Cardinal Michael Harvey, born in Milwaukee. Cardinal Joseph Tobin, once a mechanic, now the Archbishop of Newark, New Jersey.
Timothy Cardinalis Dolan.
And then Cardinal Timothy Dolan, the Archbishop of New York. There was Cardinal Charles Mongbo, the first ever cardinal from Myanmar, named by Pope Francis. Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle from the Philippines. Some have now called him the Asian Francis for his warmth and humanity. He is considered a contender here as well. Cardinal Peter Erdu of Hungary, considered more conservative, also a potential pope. Cardinal Matteo Zuppi, the Archbishop of Bologna, Italy, who rides his bicycle everywhere, considered a street priest, much like Francis. And Cardinal Pier Battista Pizzaballa, the first Cardinal of Jerusalem named by Pope Francis. All of them are contenders. And after each one of them pledges secrecy in the Sistine Chapel, the famous order before the voting begins. Monsignor Diego Ravelli giving the order extra omnes.
Extra omnes.
Latin for everybody out. Those who are not electors leaving the chapel, and the doors are closed. This conclave will be like no other. 133 cardinals voting, all under the age of 80.